Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're taking on a mission to demystify something that honestly strikes absolute fear into the heart of every single home chef: those sudden, scary, and completely unexpected glitches of your induction cooktop. Picture this. You're right in the middle of preparing an absolute masterpiece. You've got this gorgeous sear going on a steak, or maybe a massive pot of pasta water is just finally coming to a rolling boil, and then click. The whole appliance just goes dark. I mean, the immediate thought is usually one of pure frustration, right? You're thinking, why did my incredibly expensive cooktop just die on me? It literally feels like a massive catastrophe. But I want to reframe this for you right out of the gate. This is not a disaster. It's really just our first kitchen triage situation, and we're going to fix it together. Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our kitchen triage roadmap for today. We're going to cover 1. The mid-cook shutdown panic, 2. Decoding beeps and noises, 3. Cracking the error codes, 4. DIY troubleshooting steps, and finally, 5. Deciding whether to repair or replace. By the time we finish up, I promise you're going to have a complete toolkit to confidently solve your appliance panic. Let's start right in with Section 1, the mid-cook shutdown panic. Like I said, it's time to reframe the narrative in your head. When that screen goes blank and the heat stops, your stove isn't broken. Actually, your stove is acting as a highly intelligent, vigilant sous chef that is actively protecting your kitchen. We're talking about over-temperature protection, or OTP for short. This is an incredibly smart safety mechanism that relies on internal sensors to automatically reduce power or completely shut down the unit. You see, induction cooktops generate immense, incredibly rapid heat. And while that heat is meant for the pan, sustained high-power cooking can actually cause the glass surface or the super delicate internal circuitry to get dangerously hot. So this split-second shutdown is actually a rescue mission. It's saving its highly sensitive computer boards from literally frying themselves.
And you know, this actually builds right into another really common reason for sudden power drops, which is power sharing. It helps to think of your cooktop as having a very strict total electrical budget. If you have a massive pot of water boiling on a high boost setting, and then you crank up a second burner to high, well, the system realizes it's about to overdraw its limits. To prevent tripping a circuit breaker in your house, which, let's face it, is a massive headache of its own, the cooktop intelligently dials back the heat on that first burner. It's just doing an automated balancing act so you don't blow your electrical budget.
Moving on to Section 2, decoding beeps and noises. Let's transition away from those silent, scary shutdowns to those super intimidating auditory warnings. A noisy cooktop is usually just an appliance doing a hard day's work.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what your stovetop is trying to tell you, using data from Conta appliances as a great baseline. Here is single short beep. That just means a command was confirmed. Totally fine. Repeated short beeps, usually that means no pan is detected. A beep followed by a power drop means that overheating protection we just talked about has kicked in. But look at the continuous beep. It sounds like a total meltdown is happening. But more often than not, it's just the stove getting triggered by a wet kitchen towel, some boiled over water, or even just a stray spoon resting on the touch controls. Those sensors are so incredibly sensitive that a single drop of water registers as a finger pressing a button. Literally just wipe it dry and the alarm stops.
Now, let's look at the mechanical noises, because some are totally fine and some are bad news. Clicking when you first set down a pot? Completely normal. It's just testing the magnetic connection. A low humming? That's typically the control lock engaged. A loud fan running even after you turn the cooktop off? That is absolutely vital. It's cooling the internal electronics so they don't trigger a thermal shutdown next time. But here is a surprising, absolutely crucial fact. If you hear a sharp, crackling noise, you need to pay attention. That crackling means your incompatible, multi-material pan is violently micro-vibrating. And not only is it annoying, but those vibrations can permanently scorch and ruin your beautiful glass surface. So if your pan crackles loudly, throw it out or donate it. It's just not worth risking your cooktop. All right, Section 3, cracking the error codes. When your digital readout starts flashing cryptic letters and numbers, it's so easy to just assume the absolute worst. But rest assured, these flashing codes are mostly just polite requests for a breather. Now, what's really interesting about this is how completely different brands use entirely different codes for the exact same problems. For instance, look at pan coupling failures, which really just means a missing or non-magnetic pan. Bosch uses E3, Samsung uses CD, GE uses CD, and LG literally just says NO. For overheating, Bosch throws an E8, while LG shows an F5. The pattern here is that whether it's an E code or an F code, the most frequent errors almost always point back to a missing magnetic pan, a blocked cooling fan, or a temperature sensor successfully doing its job to protect the unit. And then, there are codes that aren't errors at all. Service centers constantly get frantic phone calls because the word hot suddenly appears on the display right after someone finishes cooking. Guys, it's not a glitch. It is simply a residual heat warning. That indicator is designed to stay brightly lit until the glass surface drops below exactly 150 degrees Fahrenheit. It's a safety threshold. You just wait for the glass to cool down and the warning disappears completely on its own. Section 4, DIY Troubleshooting Steps. Let's pivot over to the active treatment phase of our triage. I really want to equip you with the actionable steps you can take right now to save yourself a massive, totally unnecessary repair bill. Next time your cooktop acts up, just follow this simple sequence. Step 1. Always record the exact error code first. Step 2. Perform a hard reset. Go to your home's circuit breaker and completely cut the power to the kitchen for a full 10 minutes. This gives those computer boards a chance to completely discharge and clear out any temporary glitches. Step 3. Perform the magnet test. If a standard fridge magnet doesn't stick firmly to the bottom of your pan, that pan is the problem, not the stove. And Step 4, verify you have at least 2 inches of cabinet clearance beneath the cooktop for the cooling vents. Honestly, pulling a bundled-up towel or an oversized spatula out of a drawer directly beneath the unit to clear that required ventilation gap is a shockingly common fix for overheating codes. You've got to give your cooktop room to breathe.
So the crucial point is knowing the difference between a simple mistake and a real problem. On one hand, we have user errors, a wet control panel, a non-magnetic pan, or blocked airflow. These are things you can fix today, completely for free. On the other hand, we have true hardware faults, an inverter failure, an open thermistor circuit, or a physically broken cooling fan. These are high-voltage, incredibly complex internal systems. If you've done that 10-minute DIY reset and the specific error code returns immediately, you must step back. Do not open the glass yourself. That's when you call an authorized professional.
Finally, Section 5, Repair or Replace. This brings us to the final prognosis stage of our explainer, for those really unfortunate times when the DIY steps simply don't clear the fault code.
Before you bring in a technician, remember that context is everything here. Industry data shows that the average expected lifespan of a modern induction unit is 10,000 hours of active use. To put that into perspective, for a typical home cook, that translates to roughly a decade of reliable service. So, if your cooktop is pushing 10 years old, its internal components are simply reaching the end of their natural life cycle. And that leads us to the pretty harsh reality of repair costs. A relatively simple sensor repair can run you up to $320. A control board replacement can easily hit $350, and major parts like power inverters or replacing the glass top itself, those are incredibly expensive. By the time you pay for the technician's initial diagnostic labor fees and buy these highly proprietary parts, patching up a decade-old cooktop that is completely out of warranty is almost never a smart financial move. More often than not, it is much wiser to invest that repair cash into a brand new unit with a fresh multi-year factory guarantee. Which brings us to a lingering thought. Have our modern appliances become too smart for our own good, or are we simply catching up to the technology? By understanding how thermal sensors, power sharing, and magnetic fields actually work, we can transform sheer panic into absolute empowerment in the kitchen. The next time your stove beeps continuously or suddenly goes dark, you aren't going to panic. You'll know exactly what to do. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Stay curious and happy cooking.